guys, and I know it's been a while since I have updated and done like a talking video, so how are you all? In today's video we are basically building the African penguin habitat for DLC Zoo, so yeah, let's just get straight into it really, I guess, with this. Yeah, I've had a bit of a cold, so if I'm coughing a bit, that's why. I do apologise for that, if I sound particularly croaky. But yeah, how have you all been? It's been a while. It's just been busy summer, trying to see people. We don't know what's happening with lockdowns and that, so we just want to try and make the most of it and get out and everything like that. And now the evenings are drawing in and there's less to do after work, so yeah. We have the new DLC coming out next week, which is very, very exciting. I expect when you watch this, it will already be out. So I guess the plan with the new DLC animals is I'm going to be adding them obviously to DLC Zoo. I'm actually planning the beaver habitat to go right next to the penguins here because I think that's kind of a cool little addition. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna again see how we can fit the rest of them in. We're gonna have like a boreal area as well and a bit of a wetlands kind of area, I think, to match up with the otters and stuff like that. But yeah, so this is like, I don't know, I just really got into Planet Zoo again at the moment. I've just sort of lost interest in it for a little bit. I think it's just because, again, been busy. I haven't really been playing video games either. I've been going off and doing a lot more photography and things just because the weather's been nice and I've wanted to make the most of it. So yeah, work's also been busy. Life's been busy as well. We're sort of in the process of buying a house, which is, you know, always stressful, and it's just trying to get everything sorted for that, and hopefully it'll be soon. We have no idea when though, but it's just been busy, and I don't know, it's kind of draining as well sometimes just thinking about it all, and I've just had no motivation to make videos essentially. But yeah, I've been enticed back definitely from the new DLC, and I'm feeling a little bit more creative as well, which I think is quite good, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, otherwise it's just, you know, back to the same old really. What am I doing? What am I updating with Alphabet Zoo? So I can build an Alphabet Zoo as long as I have the graphic settings on really, really low. So you probably saw the Wolf River build that I uploaded the other day. I don't know if I'm going to continue on with Alphabet Zoo for the time being. I might wait a bit until I have a better computer, but then there might be more DLC out by then, and I was hoping to get it done by now. Like, pardon me. Like, Alphabet Zoo is over a year old now as well, and I was hoping it would be done by now, but it's just not happening. So we're getting there, but there's also like the last bit of the zoo is just really spread out, and I'm not very happy with it, just because there's barely any animals for like the letter S and the other, like, any letter past the letter S basically. So I'm hoping we'll get some more DLC that like fills in that kind of gap at the end there, because that would be really, really nice, because yeah, we could do with a few more, you know, animals beginning with the letter S and like U and V and all that. Pardon me again. But yeah, so I think we've got the Thompson's Gazelle. We're doing the safari habitat over there as well, which, I mean, I'm just trying to finish off. I've been planning the rest of it. It's been quite good because all the animals that are coming in with the American pack, or the North America pack, a lot of them start with the letter A, so I'm just going to pad out the letter A at the start. So I'm going to put African penguins in, I'm going to put in the American beavers, we're going to have the alligators in, and the Arctic fox, just to kind of expand the letter A area as well, because when I started there wasn't that many animals for the letter A either. But we'll see how it goes. I do want to get it done, but at the same time, like, I'm going to be adding to it forever because there's just so much space on the right hand side of the zoo, so we'll see how it goes. Obviously the moose and the cougar, I'm probably not going to have any space to put them in, just like I haven't had any space for the caiman and stuff like that, so we'll see how it goes. I do want to finish Alphabet Zoo, and I keep saying this and then don't, but it's just, yeah, life's been busy. Life's going to continue to be busy and probably get busier, so I'll be making these as and when I can really at the moment. Expect more of it, I guess, as the evenings get colder and darker, because I'm not going anywhere, and like, I don't know, when it's cold and wet outside, I'm more inclined to play video games, I guess. Yeah, so anyway, this is the penguin habitat. I will probably leave this here then for you guys, and I will probably see you on the other side or see you in the next one, I guess, because I don't really have much to say about this at the end. And yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. You've seen me build habitats 1,000 times now, so you know, I haven't really got anything too interesting to add. Yeah, anyway, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care. Hey guys, so this is the finished habitat. As you can see, there's a few things that I added that weren't recorded. So we have these little funky little huts that these guys can hang out in. There's Frank the penguin, he's just chilling in his little hut, which, you know, I'm glad they're using them. It took a while to actually build something that was big enough to sort of function like this. Now, I know it's not the most ideal viewing area. Oh, if I can just close that, I accidentally pressed the wrong button. On this side, because obviously you can only see the back of the huts. But on like this side, you get a fantastic view into the huts, and as you can see, you've got our little penguin friend over here who's happily sitting in the hut, and you can sit up here and watch them in their huts and watch them use all the habitat, which is really what I was going for. Now, I went not too long ago in April to feed some penguins in person. I believe they were Humboldt penguins, and this was very much what their habitat was like. They had lots of little boxes for them to hang out in. Granted, the boxes were a lot smaller. They had a pool to swim in, and yeah, it was just really cool. I added a waterfall, and there's actually, if we go on to like the shelter here, there's a little bit of shelter under this waterfall for the penguins, which is really cool because it makes them look like they're using it. Now, my biggest criticism about the African penguin is that they don't use this fountain. Like, they should absolutely use the water fountain like the flamingos do. I mean, they love water. Have a little, like, you know, shower or something. But yeah, if we go into here, sorry about that, you can see the underwater here with all the grasses. They have an underwater feeder that the staff can access as well. Just have a look at our penguin. You're gonna click on it. Here we're gonna re-slope. But yeah, these guys are adorable. Like Frontier did such a good job with them as well. Like they do look a lot like the the real versions of these guys, I should say. Even down to just like, you know, the spots on the front, like the little pink around their eyes and stuff like that. I mean, that's how they identify them actually, is the spots on the front of their belly. And again, they've just done such a good job. It's just so nice to have another type of penguin, but like a penguin that doesn't require such cold climates as well. Penguins are really cool actually. So there used to be like species of giant penguin in prehistory, which they went extinct because of the Ice Age, and then they had to adapt to become colder. So there were penguins that were literally the size of like humans, and then they had basically Antarctica is a collection of islands that are underneath the ice sheet. So they lived on like the islands originally, and they got massive. They were island. They had the islands to themselves, and they grew huge. It's called island gigantism, where they basically there was so much food that they grew huge. So we would, instead of having penguins this big, we would have had penguins like the size of these dudes, which is kind of horrifying. Like, you know, they'd probably just like bite your head off. But yeah, but then obviously the Ice Age came and it wiped out a large chunk of the very large penguins. So the little ones had to adapt. They adapted to living on the ice sheet, and now we have the penguins that we have today. And you know, they've been trying to move north, but the issue is that when we move north from Antarctica to the Arctic, is that it gets warmer in the middle. So you've got an animal that's highly adapted to the cold, has had to then suddenly adapt to a warmer climate, and then it has to readapt to the cold again, which, you know, it's not an easy task to do. In fact, we did used to have penguins in the northern hemisphere. We used to have like a bird that filled the same niche, and that niche filler was called the great auk. The trouble is like the dodo, the great auk met humans and therefore met its extinction. So they were the equivalent of penguins. They filled the same niche. They looked very, very similar, but they were not quite the same as penguins. They also had to contend with polar bears and things, whereas penguins, if they had to move north to the Arctic, they would struggle with the predators that are up there. But yeah, anyway, this ends today's sermon on the penguin. I just thought that was really cool. I found that out recently, and I just thought I would show you this habitat in person rather than... Here we go, let's watch this little dude go. Whee! They're so fun to watch. They really are. Like, these are probably, I probably prefer these to the king penguin, actually. I'm so glad we got them. I don't really like emperor penguins. I like the kind of the Humboldt / African penguin. I think they just look a lot more fun, I think. Gosh. Yeah, I'm still getting over this cold. It's not been very fun. And then this is obviously the view from the outside. So I think, as I mentioned, we're planning on having the beaver habitat over here. I've started work on another habitat over here, which you'll see in the next video. I'm not going to talk about that too much now. And yeah, we've got some space here to put some things. I might put some of the maybe the black-tailed gopher thingy-mabobby, what they call prairie dogs, here perhaps, or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's still quite tropical, this area, so it's going to be like a tropical swamp kind of zone, like going from tropical to sort of more like boreal. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to it now. I really am going to leave you to it now, and I will see you in the next one. I'm a little bit out of practice with this because it has been a couple of months since I've actually made any videos, because obviously I delay them a bit to come out. So yeah, anyway, I will see you in the next one. Don't know when that'll be, but yeah, see you then. Take care, guys.